Welcome back to the Acoustic Shop channel. Today we are going to be reviewing a pretty cool guitar. This is a Boucher Signature Model for JP Cormier. We're going to find out, does this make you play like JP? Or do you have to be Canadian to maybe do that? Anyway,
it makes you a really nice guy.
Either way, we're going to discuss all of the specs on this. We're going to tell you if it's something you need and how it ranks compared to other guitars that we've done, as well as a sound clip at the very end. So stick around. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You got your Boucher, eh?
What the heck was that?
You got a Boucher guitar, eh?
Yeah, we do. Anyway, we're going to talk about guitars here today. If this is the first time that you've been to the Acoustic Shop channel, please like and subscribe. Join us here because this is your official source for all things acoustic. We love talking about acoustic instruments.
We love to talk about them.
This is not going to be fun. Anyway, you can tell that we're talking about a Canadian guitar as well as a Canadian guitar player, JP Cormier, and we're going to be telling you all about this cool guitar because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we've already carried a lot of Boucher guitars, and that's where I got my Canadian accent, was just talking to them up there.
Really?
No. They actually are French-Canadian, so it's nothing like what I just said.
No.
But a beautiful guitar, and JP Cormier is kind of a preeminent acoustic guitar player up there in Canada, and it gets around the States as well, just very well-known guitar player. And this is a signature model for Boucher.
Yeah. The official model of this guitar is the Boucher SM JP56 or JP Cormier Signature Model. It is a kind of new take on a guitar that's been around for a little while. It's a triple O guitar with a 12 fret body, and recently they've actually done, and a cutaway, of course, which is, super comfortable to play. 12 fret body, shorter scale, except again powerful, and kind of brought back all the things that he knows about what Boucher does well, and really kind of creating a small body with lots of projection and lots of power. For those of you who have not been familiar with JP, he's a very, very great guitar player and does have his own channel and has been working pretty tightly with the Boucher folks for quite some time, done a lot of reviews, and then they've also been building quite a few guitars to his spec, and then finally made an actual signature model, and this is it right here. Has a lot of things that I kind of like in a guitar.
Strings and frets.
Strings and
wood.
Frets and wood. That is correct, Jeremy. Thank
Your
you very
favorite parts of a
much.
guitar.
Anyway, it is a short scale 12 fret guitar, so this is kind of a fun, comfortable guitar to play. I don't play a ton up here with the cutaway, so it's not like a major thing for me, but I know a lot of people who it would really, really benefit.
I'm guessing JP, because he wanted that on his signature model.
He really needed that, so because he's better than me, so there you go.
He uses those frets.
Anyway, we'll start with the specs on this particular guitar. The price on this guitar starts out at $57.99. It is, like I said, a 12 fret triple O body. Tone woods on this are a torrefied Adirondack spruce top, a quadruple A, by the way.
That's a lot
Yeah,
of
that's like more than 3.
Because they're Canadian, get it?
Yeah.
Hey.
Anyway, it is less than the master grade, but it is still a really, really nice top. East Indian rosewood for the sides and back, with a South American mahogany neck here. Ebony head plate, which looks great with the ebony bridge and fretboard, which does kind of add a little bit of a thing that we haven't seen. The only time we see this is on the master grade models, the master packs, but they did add the B at the 12th fret. I really like that.
It's very classy.
And it does also have koa wood bindings, which we also see a lot of times in our master packs. But this is not a master pack, so there you go. Saves you a little bit of money on that as well. Bone nut and saddle, the Goto tuners on this again. Just a really good player guitar. Now, one thing that I noticed that I really liked about this particular one is a gloss neck. And I know that's not for everybody, but I do love a gloss neck. So that's pretty darn nice. Adirondack forward shifted braces on here, as well as, like I said, that gloss finish both for the neck and the body. Comes with the Boucher tweed case. Have you seen those?
I have, yeah.
They're pretty nice. It says Boucher down in the quarter. Looks pretty attractive. 1 3/4 nut width with a scale length of 25.5. So I was incorrect on this, Jeremy. This is not a short scale. This is a long scale to be like an OM, triple O body, OM with a cutaway. So
Signature model.
Yeah, it makes
Slot
sense
head.
wanting to have that. So you got that slot head of a triple O look. 12 fret body, but with a long scale. That makes sense. It'll give you more power, more resonance out of this guitar. I've been kind of impressed with this so far. It's very articulate, yet got some body to it, some fullness, and I really enjoyed playing it. We played it for one of our live broadcasts, and it was a whole lot of fun. Usually for me, I tend to overpower a lot of small body guitars, but with this one, I think having that long scale, maybe that's the big difference there, is it kind of helped me to not just kind of overdrive it and give it too much.
But it still has that kind of smaller body, not bass heavy tone to it. Like it's a little more articulate maybe.
Oh, absolutely. Very piano-like, lots of sustain, lots of presence. Again, I want to address why it is that I personally like the gloss necks. I know a lot of people like to do this, but I tend to be a position type of player, and once I kind of lock in there, I like that feeling of not losing my position near as easy. So again, I know that's not for everybody, but I'm glad that it's actually in this particular package.
I'm guessing JP must agree with you because he would have done it otherwise if it's his model.
There is that. It doesn't feel tacky by any stretch. It's just a nice, comfortable gloss finish neck, and it's just nice. I like this. It does have that volute in the back too, which is a little different for some of the Bouchers. I know the Heritage Goose has that as well. This doesn't have that cup that happens with the backs of most of the Boucher necks, but I like that a lot. I really do. I think it's a very beautiful guitar. I'm not going to say, me personally, I would have chose the large pickguard, but again, it does have a signature look, and this has become one of the more popular guitars for Boucher.
Yeah, for good reason. And I guess that brings us to the next question here. Who would this guitar be for? Like if you're envisioning the player that would want this, obviously a JP Cormier fan of Boucher small body guitars would be very, very drawn to it. In general, what guitar market would this be going after?
I'm actually really impressed. I like the 000 body size, the 12 fret, the warmth that you're going to get out of that. But I think with this longer scale length, that's giving us this advantage of having a guitar that I can, give a little bit more to, still get the big sustain, big power out of it, without feeling like it's wanting to short me just a little bit. So that's what I would say. It's a very comfortable guitar to play. I have to say, I've always wanted a small body guitar that I felt comfortable with to sit and just play.
Yeah.
And this has actually become that. Now, for me, I know they make this without a cutaway. That's probably the direction I would go for myself. But for those who need the cutaway, that's who I would say this is for. Somebody who's really doing a lot of different articulate things in here, wants to be able to give it all it's got, but also lighten up on it when it needs.
Yeah. It could be somebody that does a lot of both finger picking and flat picking, because it seems to be able to cover both ends of that spectrum, where you got a strong enough guitar that you're not overpowering with a flat pick, but it would be very articulate with more finger style.
I would agree with that. I do love that. Look at
very bell-like, yeah.
Big sustain, and even when I hit it super light, it still got all that. And then, like I said, it's not one. I hit it hard enough to make it buzz, but that's me in 12s anyway. But that's not that the guitar is just kind of just compressing on itself. So that's pretty comfortable. I really am pretty impressed with this. This is the first time I've got to play one of these. Just an easy to play small guitar for me that doesn't want to just say, hey, quit doing that. Quit playing me like that. Lay off.
I'm not meant for that. So what would be a con for this? You mentioned you don't normally go for the cutaway. What are some things that might not be ideal? And your pickguard, you said, is not your
I think that's probably going to be the most controversial thing on this guitar. There's not a whole lot not to love on this. I love the squared open gear tuner, not open gear, slot head look. There's not much to not like about this. Like I said, the two things for me personally, I'm not a big fan of the guard. I have no need for the cutaway, so I would probably like that a little bit extra tone that would come out from being there. So,
and there are a number of players that prefer a satin finish neck or even like a speed neck. Trend. So that is seen to be more trendy now, especially with
just get out your razor blade and a little bit of steel wool and just clean that thing up. if that's what your thing is, leave the rest of us to love the gloss necks. I think that's the way it would be. There's not a whole lot of cons to this. It's just, you know, a really good sounding guitar that just, you know, has a lot of presence.
So what would you compare? How would you compare this to like a Bourgeois? We've talked about Dana's been known for those small body guitars that he tries to get an even spectrum of tone across it.
I think there's a little bit more warmth in the Triple O here that you know kind of gives it like I said, a little bit more rounder bottom end, where the OMs and Triple O's that Dana does even have more projection than what this does. I mean, obviously it's not a 12 fret body, so going to that 12 fret body gives us a little bit more of that warmth versus the 14 fret, which just really isn't there. And I think that's where this is a really cool compromise. We get that 12 fret, but with that long scale, we're still getting a lot of that punch back and that extra warmth that would come with a 12 fret body. So I don't know that there's a lot of things that are in there. Maybe, that's a 00 coupe. You know, so I really don't know a whole lot of things that are quite like this. These are very unique. So, and as far as getting the most out of it, man, it's just
play
this
it.
is comfortable.
Yeah.
It can really do a lot of things here. Obviously, it's not going to be your powerhouse dreadnought volume monster, but it does have the ability to kind of, like I said, if I could afford a guitar that I would have just sitting around for sitting on a chair and comfortably playing for long periods of time, this would be it.
And I think it would be a really cool studio guitar too, just to have that different smaller body tone.
Absolutely.
And it's very bell-like and rings out very well. So I think it'd be nice for a studio environment as well. It would probably get buried in a jam session if you got a couple of dreadnoughts in there and a banjo and a fiddle. It might not stand out very well.
Not going to quite do it there. Anyway, let's get to our ratings, Jeremy. On a scale of 1 to 5, ratings for tone. Man, I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with this guitar. It's for what it is in a Triple O body with a 12 fret. I really like it. I'm going to give it 5. I really, really love this.
I don't hear anything that I wouldn't like in this comparable guitar. So I agree with you. It should be up there, top of that list, 5 for me as well.
Setup playability, again, you know, I don't have very many complaints on this.
You'd probably keep this guitar at a 12, right? This guitar's
It
meant for
is.
lights.
It's meant for lights, and it just plays very comfortable. So I don't know if it's the best setup I've ever played on any guitar ever, but I would put it way up there. So I'm going to give it a 4.75. Ooh, 4 3/4 chair.
So I strummed on it a little bit. I would probably put it about a 4.5.
All right, there you go.
So still very well set up.
Build quality, you guys all know that there's not much. These are when we get to this level of guitar, these guys are all they're all building their best stuff right now. It's clean. Like I said, I like the overall finish. I like the look. You know, for the most part, but on the build quality and the comfort and
again, we're giving
feel.
in a comparable level, price wise, build style.
4.75 again.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Leaving yourself a little room for
just in case. Yeah.
something better, but it's definitely excellent. So I'd agree with you. I will go with that 4.5 again.
Aesthetics, again, I'd already told you guys where I'm at. As far as, you know, there's just these two little things that to me just don't really need to be there. But everything else would be exactly the way I would want
It's
it.
just like an opinion, and you know everybody has one of those and other things too.
I'd also, for me, I'd go ahead and put gold hardware on there, but that's another, you know, my personal taste. So in that case, I'm going to give it
subjective.
4 1/4 stars. How do you like that?
Ooh, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Oh, there you go.
But it's nothing big. It's just my personal taste in the guitar. I do like the little, I don't know what you would call that,
the inlay that's
with
in
the pattern on top,
the headstock, yeah.
and the B on the 12th
Cat's
fret
eye
all looks
and
really nice. So I'm still gonna give it a 4 just because it's probably not exactly what I would pick out on a guitar appearance-wise.
We're going to get so many people chewing us out for that one right there.
It's nothing-
Somebody's going to love it. Somebody's going to hate it. And again, I'd love to hear what you guys think on that. As far as the sustainability for the Acoustic Shop sustainability, again, this is a Boucher. I know they do pretty good sourcing, but we don't have all the paperwork and stuff. So this is going to fall into our category of we're going to plant 5 trees because we can't tell you whether or not it does. So there you go. Overall value, you know what? I think the smartest thing that they did here was not go crazy on everything.
For a signature model, that seems to be kind of the trap people fall into is all of a sudden the price jumps up because they're obviously working with that artist, so the price needs to go up some for that. but I think they did a really good.
I agree.
Here.
This has got all the main things that I want. Torrefied top. It has, the koa wood bindings. I like the B inlay, but we didn't have to pay for a master pack. A quadruple A guitar, top is a really, really nice thing. So they saved some money there. Didn't go for the over-the-top Waverly tuners and spend a little bit extra when I think these Gotos do a wonderful job. For their, on a boutique guitar, it's a 4.5 stars.
I agree. Yeah, for a boutique signature model, absolutely.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of a tone sample for you guys right now, so you can hear if this is a guitar that kind of fits your needs, like I seem to think it does. And then we'll be back right after that. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's a fantastic guitar. I really am impressed with it. If you guys like this guitar, I got another video that we did here recently that was on a custom build.
We did a tour of a Tim Hortons.
No, we did not. Anyway, it was a custom build SG-121, which is this guitar maxed out. We were talking about how this guitar is a little bit more, subdued as far as the stuff. The SG-121, we went to Flame Binga, and we went through the whole process of working with a customer on a custom build guitar, and you can catch the link to that right here. Just click on that and you'll see a little bit more about what this guitar could be if we took it to the next extreme. And that was a whole bunch of fun, and even other cool custom guitars too. So until next time, everybody, thank you all for joining us, and we will talk more acoustics next time.